Hello everyone and welcome to episode 18 of the DualShockers WeebCast. I'm your host Giuseppe Nelva and today we actually have a new co-host, Iyane Agossah, which
Hey
I
guys.
believe I tried to say the right name. So say hi, Iyane.
Hi, nice to meet you all. I'm Iyane and I've just been hired on DualShockers. I just started this Monday actually.
I told you
And
to introduce yourself later.
oh, sorry.
That's fine. We're gonna get there. We'll let Iyane introduce himself in a little bit. But
Yeah,
first, let's finish the introduction of this episode.
okay.
If you're unfamiliar with the WeebCast, it's a weekly podcast in which we talk about Japanese games, anime, manga, Japanese geek culture, and more. Of course, we're a gaming website, so the spotlight is on games. But in the end, it is a pretty broad hobby, and often it strays into parallel things. Today's topic is Sony's PlayStation lineup tour, which aired super early this morning, and boy, there was a lot of good news in there. But we're gonna get there in a little bit. First of all, we're gonna go into letting Iyane introduce himself. So, Iyane,
Yeah,
you have been just hired DualShockers, like literally. You
yeah,
started this
just,
morning.
yeah,
Your first
exactly.
article was were from this PlayStation press conference, the pre-Tokyo Game Show press conference, which is hey, hello, a way to start. Like really, not
Yeah,
exactly an easy way to start. I literally trained you yesterday. No, it was the
it
day
was
before yesterday.
3 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you actually did a very good start. Your first article did not suck, which is
Thank you.
which is a bit of a of a rarity for newbies at DualShockers or anywhere really. So Iyane is from France.
That's right.
So guys, you have not only you have to bear my Italian accent, but now you have an Italian accent and a French accent at the same time. So Iyane, introduce yourself.
Okay, so nice to meet you all. As Giuseppe just said, I've been hired just now, and I've been into games, anime, manga for as long as I can remember, because Japanese culture is pretty big in France. It's the biggest, one of the biggest manga country, and so I've been hired by DualShockers, and I'll be mostly writing about Japanese games, news, and I should be a regular on the WeebCast.
And I have a Vice Weeb. I'm happy. Finally, it's not just me anymore. I know just me was boring. So, but yeah. So, Iyane, what are your favorite games?
I'm really into Super Robot Tyson, the strategic series crossover, mecha
Hmm.
crossover by Bandai
Okay.
Namco, sorry. And I actually haven't played the last two games, Super Robot Tyson V and X, because I don't own neither a PS4 or a Vita, but I've got a Switch and I'm
This guy
waiting
sucks.
for
He's a Nintendo fanboy. Oh my
and I'm
god.
and I'm waiting for a Super Robot Tyson on Switch.
Never coming.
Yeah, I hope it's coming. They should announce a new one this December. Usually nowadays they release one per year and they announce it in December, so it should be soon.
Well, uh, we'll convert him. We'll have him buy a PS4 sooner or later. So, what about anime? What do you like?
An anime, I watch a lot of children anime. The one I watched recently regularly is Kirato Pri-chan. It's a multimedia franchise. There's an arcade game which is a rhythm game. It's for little girls. So it's a game where you play as an idol, and the anime is an idol anime. So it's the usual you see in idol anime with a performance each episode and stuff like that.
Well, I never
And
met anyone that liked that kind of stuff.
and
You're a rarity, man.
it's actually pretty different from idol anime for otaku like Love Live,
Hmm.
because it's a very different audience. So you very different. I really like it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm actually more into Love Live myself. I really liked Love Live Sunshine. It was really cute. The kind of anime was like not too dramatic, and you watch it just to turn off your brain or something.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh boy. So finally, I have a Vice Weeb, which means that that finally you won't have just me on the webcast, which is great. So let's get started with our regular programming, let's say. And let's start with the games we played this week. So this week I played a lot of Spider-Man because I had to write a review. And it's not a Japanese game, I'm sorry. I know that I played a lot of non-Japanese games, but after that I finally started playing Valkyria Chronicles 4. Well, started replaying because I played it all on in Japanese already. But finally I got to play the English version. That soon you get my review. I know it's late, but there was too much stuff to do. Actually, the review embargo was today, but it's gonna be a couple of days late. But it's gonna come. Don't worry. Let's say I'm gonna spoil it a little bit and say that I love it, but you probably know already about that because I'm a Valkyria Chronicles fanboy.
Yeah.
Then I played a demo today. The demo of Project Judge by Sega that was just announced. We're gonna get there, but the demo was fantastic. I played it 4 times. Like, that was really, really, really good. So, yeah, what did you play this week?
I was playing Octopath Traveler, and I'm finishing my run on the game. I finished all 8 stories, and there's post-game stuff, and it's a bit frustrating. So I'm not sure if I'll do everything or not.
Well, that kind of stuff that you need to complete a million little things. Sometimes, most of the time, I skip it because I like playing the story, but in the end, I'm not a collector.
It's a kind of post game where you need to grind for hours and hours to complete it. So I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm a completionist, but mostly for quests. Like, once I'm done all the quests, I don't really care about all the collectibles and stuff like that. So what else? That's the only one I played?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about anime. Actually, I haven't watched any new anime because really I was out of time and my brain was shut down in these in these past few days. So I really didn't have any time. And I actually watched an old anime because that's the perfect thing to do when when your brain is shutting down. An old anime that's not very deep. And there is an old series called Asterisk War. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Yeah, I know that one. I haven't seen it, but I know about it, yeah.
Yeah, it actually had a PS Vita game that I haven't played, that now I want to play it. But I get to that. The characters are pretty nice. It's not a deep series. It's the typical shonen RM-ish series,
Yeah, it's from a light novel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoy it. I haven't finished it yet because I didn't watch it back when it aired originally. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting and just enough to keep my attention when my brain was shutting down. Next week we're gonna probably restart watching the current seasons that they're airing now. So what about you? Did you watch anything?
Not really recently. I don't have much time, so I haven't really checked out anything that's airing right now. I'm watching the Persona 5 anime adaptation, but I'm a few episodes late, and
how do you think it is?
I don't really feel like catching up.
Yeah, I don't think it's worthy of the game, honestly. I've been talking about that in the past. I don't know. You haven't played the game, I'm guessing, because you don't have PS4.
I did play the game. I have the PS3 version.
Oh yeah. I actually forgot that existed. Well, it came out when the PS3 was already kind of dead. So what do you think of the game?
Yeah, I really like it. This one, it became one of my favorite games I played recently. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite of all time. I really liked it, and I imported it. Actually, I played it in Japanese.
Oh yeah, because Jan speaks Japanese. Actually, he speaks Japanese better than me, which is well, it's not hard.
No, I don't speak so. No.
I don't speak Japanese very well myself.
I'm not that good myself either.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really nice. I did all side quests, all what co-ops. What was it in English? Confidence. I did them all on my first run, and I really liked
Did
the
you
game.
actually
So
manage to finish them all in your first run?
yeah, I did. It took
I hate
me.
you. I actually missed a little bit of Yosuke. Just I only missed two of his last like missions, and I was like so annoyed because at the end you like accelerate the time in an ungodly way. You're like you
Yeah,
thought you had like months left and you don't, right?
yeah, it's like in every Persona since 3, basically.
Yeah.
You don't pay the last months.
Yeah. But the anime
Yeah.
really doesn't really touch the quality of the game, I think.
Yeah, it's both in story and in animation as well. The animation is really lacking, and you can see they didn't have the time to do it, basically.
Yeah, that's a bit sad actually, because such a good game deserved a little bit more. And honestly, I didn't expect much because like the game was so good, you know,
Yeah.
that I didn't expect the anime to be like as good or even close. So let's get into our main topic for today. So today we woke up. Well, we are in Europe, so actually we're lucky, right? Because it was like 11:30 our time.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy over. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the team had like had to wake up at 5:30 to see the live stream from Tokyo. It's funny because this press conference, I was like a couple of weeks ago. Sony mails me and they tell me, "Oh, you're gonna be at Tokyo Game Show." Yeah, sure. So okay, we'd like to invite you to the press conference, whatever the what's it called, the PlayStation lineup tour. And I like, oh, yeah, that's great. Sure, I'm gonna be there for the 14th. And they're like, oh no, it's on the 10th. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you doing a press conference for Tokyo Game Show 10 days before Tokyo Games? It doesn't make any sense. So I actually missed it.
It's really, really early.
Yeah, it's really early compared. Like until last year, it was like either 2 days or the day before Tokyo Game Show. So that was really weird and sad that I didn't get to actually go there. But anyway, we got to see it this morning, and there was a lot of stuff. Actually, that was crazy. It was like Nintendo Direct style. Like
exactly.
Tons of stuff. Like again. Like bam, 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 no mercy. It is really difficult to actually cover this kind of stuff at this pace.
Yeah.
Because we simply don't have enough people to cover that. And not all the staff was present because, of course, it was an ungodly hour for the US. So it was really a harsh first experience for you, Iyane, huh?
Yeah, I was really impressed with everyone's splashing out the articles, and in the end, I only bought 2 of them.
Well, you get used to it. It's normal. So, let's get started with the news one by one. So we started, I'm not going to go in order, but I'm going to go in order of articles because some articles took a little longer to write. Yan, I'm looking at you, and some of them took a little less. So we started, actually, the conference started really strong with Project Awakening by Cygames, which actually, I think kind of propelled Cygames on the radar of many people. And this was actually the same trailer that was showcased at E3, but just behind closed door to journalists. And I think it was Michael that saw it for us. And he just described it to me, and I was like so envious that I didn't get to see it, and now I finally got to see it. It was really impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And what marked me the most is Cygames is a Japanese developer, but it's, I don't know how to say it, but it doesn't feel like a Japanese game.
Well, technology is really strong.
It feels like a AAA game.
Yeah, definitely. But they are doing, that's what they are doing.
You know what I mean?
They are investing a ton. Cygames has been investing a ton. And they are creating a technology. They actually give species. So technology-wise, they are on pair, I would say, with Square Enix. And actually, Cygames is a studio was formed by a lot of Square Enix, former Square Enix people. and it shows that they really have an AAA mentality. Even they start with mobile games and Grand Blue Fantasy. I don't know if you ever played it or seen it. Grand Blue Fantasy.
I don't play it. I know about it. Yeah, so that's why it was really shocking to see. I'm used to the games, so it was really shocking to see such a beautiful game with high-end graphics like that.
If you look at Grand Blue Fantasy, though, yeah, it's not like super AAA graphics, but if you look at the production values, for a mobile game, they are AAA. Like, the whole game, the whole story is voiced, which says a lot. There aren't many mobile games that have the full story voiced. And the art is great. The music is by Nobuo Uematsu, which, I mean, I don't need to say much else, right?
Yeah, right.
And then, but let's move on. But it looks a bit like Dragon's Dogma, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was Dragon's Dogma, yes. Yeah.
With better graphics, right? This is the Dragon Dogma 2 that we never got and that we deserve.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we got a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, showing Big Hero 6, which it's one of my few Disney movies that I actually like. Actually, it's not Disney, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I really like what I saw. I mean, I really like. I actually not a big fan of the past Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts 3 looks really great. Have you seen? What do you think of the trailer? Was it nice for you?
Yeah, it's really nice, but it's the same thing with Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. It's kind of feels a bit cheesy with the Japanese voiceover and stuff.
I mean, it is cheesy. I mean, it's Disney. Yeah. What do you expect? I mean, if Disney is not cheesy, what is cheesy? That's pretty much like a game based on Disney is pretty much the very definition of cheese for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about the Kingdom Hearts VR experience? What do you think about that? Are you into VR at all?
Not at all, no.
Yeah, me too, actually. But actually, I'm not into VR for a reason. Like, it's a bit of a weird reason, okay? I'm not into VR because when I literally cannot afford to immerse myself completely in a game.
Yeah.
Because if, like, some news come out and I'm in a VR headset, I don't know they come out.
Yeah.
Sometimes at some ungodly hour, no one will cover them. So I literally cannot use VR at home. It's like crazy.
That's why you hired me, so you can play VR games and I cover the news.
No. I don't think that's gonna increase my coverage of VR games. Maybe it's gonna increase my relaxation time, but I don't think I'm gonna use it for VR games. I mean, some of them are interesting. There is Ace Combat 7 that I'm interested in to play in VR because I tried it at Gamescom last year in VR and it was really nice. But other than that, I mean, I'm not sure. And there was another trailer today of Ace Combat 7 in VR. Which was also interesting because Ace Combat 7 is pretty much the perfect thing for VR, like driving stuff.
Yeah.
That's what VR should be made for because you don't need like tricks and teleportation to move around, you know?
Yeah.
Because the problem with VR for me is that, you know, you need to use tricks not to get people sick. And
exactly.
those tricks for me, they rip me right out of the experience.
Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah.
On the other hand, with vehicles, you don't need those tricks, and they actually feel VR like VR. The only VR games I tried that I actually really enjoyed were driving games and Ace Combat. Anyway, let's move on. We did Kingdom Hearts. What was the next? The next one was... we had Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. That's on Switch too, so that can be for you as well.
Yeah, exactly. I played the original one on GameCube, so I'm happy about it. Yeah, but I have some bittersweet memories about it because on the GameCube version you had to have 4 Game Boy Advances to play multiplayer. You did if you only had 4 controllers, it didn't work. So I played most of the game myself because most kids in the neighborhood don't have Game Boy Advance. So it was a bit frustrating to play a game that's designed for multiplayer alone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But still good. I personally have never been too much of a fan of the Crystal Chronicles series, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to be happy about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and it's gonna be for like a bunch of platforms, so there is something for anything. I believe it was PS4, Switch.
exactly. Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Strange that they didn't do it for PC. I actually expected it for PC as well, since Square Enix does everything for PC as well lately. But maybe it's gonna come later. Then what's next? The next was. Well, Days Gone, we don't really care. It's not Japanese. Well, it's a zombie game, so I mean, they're not zombies.
Yeah, I'm not really into zombie games.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't care about zombie games, but this one actually, I'm into open world games. So I'm kind of interested, but it's not Japanese, so we're not going to talk about it. So the next one was a new reveal for Dead Alive 3.
Yeah.
6. Dead or Alive 6. I just went back by 10 years. So, we got 3 new confirmed characters, which is Marie-Rose, Iyane, and Honoka.
Yeah.
Actually, you know Marie-Rose very well because she's French.
Well, wait, wasn't she from Finland or something?
Yeah, actually, she's not French. But the name is French, okay?
Yeah, the name is French.
Oh, boy. Yeah, but we got a release date. So release date is going to be worldwide on February 15th. And then we got this trailer showing showing the classic costume. So we saw Kazumi with their classic blue ninja outfit, which is better than the new one.
I like the new one as well.
I prefer a classic outfit. I mean, the new one is not bad, but I prefer the classic one. And we also got confirmation of 2 more characters, which with a catch, which I don't think many people are going to be too happy about that. Nyotango is going to be a pre-ordered bonus, and Phase 4 is going to be in the Digital Deluxe Edition. Okay, I don't care all that much about Phase 4, to be honest, because she's a clone of Kazumi.
Yeah,
Nyotango,
she plays a bit differently, but yeah, she's a clone. Yeah.
But Nyotango, as a pre-order bonus, sure hope they're gonna like make it available after a while, maybe for like $5 or so. Because honestly, I'm gonna be cross if I don't pre-order and I don't get Nyotango, because Nyotango is my favorite character. So,
yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. Anyway. A lot of people did not expect Honoka and Marie-Rose because of the, new direction the game is getting. So since they were like characters that were kind of, from 5.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they're coming back because they're actually super popular in Japan. Yeah. So I'm not surprised actually. I didn't think they'd remove them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen any image of Nyotango in Phase 4, by the way. They just gave us some artwork, so we don't know exactly what they will look like. Nyotango still has her wing.
Yeah.
So that's good. Her costume looks pretty much the same that it did. Phase 4 has like a tunic, and but that's just artwork. But looks like they're getting a ton of costumes. Like the Digital Deluxe Edition has 25 extra costumes. Interestingly, there is another thing that came out, because the Japanese version has a collector's edition and the strongest package. It makes me laugh every time I say it. So this strongest package has a Daimakura in it.
And Oppai Muspad.
Not 1, Three of them.
Three of them. Yeah.
Three of them. One is Onoka. Yeah, one is My Rose. And the third one, which is the interesting part, is a new female character that's not been announced yet.
Yeah.
So
Pretty funny.
Sorry?
It's pretty funny they are announcing it this way.
Yeah, we'll see what she is. I mean, she's definitely not a returning one because she's new.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. This thing in Japan, by the way, costs the equivalent of $232. But it's always like that. Like Japanese Ultimate Editions cost a ton.
Yeah.
A ton. I know because even just buying a collector's edition of Valkyria Chronicles, that it wasn't even close to as good as the Western one because the Western one got the tank model.
Yeah.
And Valkyria 4, I mean, of course. The Japanese one was $100. And I was kind of disappointed when they announced the Western one because I said, I didn't get the tank. Oh,
yeah. Usually nowadays, Western limited editions are much better than Japanese
Some
ones.
of them are. I think it's hit and miss. Some are better, some are worse. I don't think we're gonna get the Oppai mouse pad for Dead or Alive 6. So the Japanese one is probably gonna be better. But yeah, I'm actually very curious to see who the new character is because she's not a returning one. So, the new male character they announced, Diego, I don't really like him. It's looked like a really generic Tekken character to me, to be honest.
Yeah, it does look straight out of Tekken. It's a bit weird to do that.
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about male characters in Dead or Alive, to be honest, anyway. That's not why you buy Dead or Alive.
I really like Hayabusa.
Oh yeah, the Hayabusa is the only one. Hayabusa and Ayate are the only two male characters that I care for. I don't think I ever care for anyone else in Dead or Alive, to be honest.
Probably the same, yeah.
Yeah, Hayabusa was actually the one I actually personally played in previous Dead or Alive games, 5 and stuff. But anyway, speaking of fighting games, that was a nice surprise. SNK announced pretty much a reboot, I believe, of the Samurai Spirits franchise or Samurai Showdown, as you kind of looks a lot like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah. You mean 4? Street Fighter 4?
4, but 4 or 5, a mix, I think, a mix between 4 or 5.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. Yeah,
but I mean, I'm all in for a Samurai Spirits game. That was actually one of my first fighting game on the Neo Geo. I was too poor to buy a Neo Geo at the beginning, Neo Geo CD. Yeah. So I actually had a neighbor. I used to lend him my console, and he lent me his Neo Geo with Samurai Showdown. Yeah, and I used to play a lot of Galford because it was kind of easier than other characters for me.
Yeah,
and I really like the story with Nakoruru and stuff.
Yeah, I like Nakoruru too.
And but I was surprised that they announced. They were whoa! And it actually looks good.
It's really great. Yeah.
If you look at the difference between Samurai Spirits and SNK Heroines, or even King of Fighter 14, there is an abyss. There's a giant difference in there. I personally am like, why didn't use this engine for Heroines? Heroines looks really kind of mediocre to me. As much as I like waifus and stuff,
Yeah, maybe they were still working on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm really pumped for this one.
Yeah, me too.
Next one, Judge Ice by Sega, or Project Judge as they announced it in the West as well. This one, we had Toshiro Nagoshi walking on stage and promising a completely different game from Yakuza. Did you feel it was different?
Yeah, it's Gyakuten Saiban ga Gotoku.
Exactly. I'm like, this is what I really thought. This is what Ace Attorney would be if it was in the Yakuza world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And actually, the game, I actually played the demo. As I said before, I played it 4 times already. And on the site, you should already find a video with my playthrough, the last playthrough, which I didn't screw up, So you can see what it looks like. So if you don't want to download it, you can download it yourself on the Japanese PSN, and it plays a lot like Yakuza.
Yeah.
It's set in the same place as Yakuza.
Kabukicho.
Kabukicho is the real name. Kamurocho is the
Kamuracho, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same place. I'm thinking they literally lifted it from Yakuza 6. I have to compare it, but it really feels like Yakuza 6. And I've been to Kabukicho a lot of times because that's where you go drink in the evening a lot in when you're in Japan with your friends. And normally when I'm in Japan, I stay in Shinjuku, which is close to Kabukicho. Actually, Kabukicho is Shinjuku, but it's a little like basically Kabukicho is on the other side of the Shinjuku station from where I stay normally, and it plays like it feels a lot like Yakuza. But the main character, I really like him. He's really cool. It's more like kung fu style compared to Kazuma Kiryu. He literally does the little Kamiya motion that Bruce Lee does.
Yeah,
and that's amazing. And
it's really cool.
I really like it, and the fighting feels a little bit over the top, but it has the same hit actions that Yakuza has, right? But it has some new mechanics because there is a lot of investigation in it. So the demo basically had the mechanic in which you had to recognize a person from a identikit.
Yeah.
And then another one in which you had to tail the person without being seen, like hiding when he turned around, which actually I believe appeared in a Yakuza game before, but not this polished.
Yeah.
And then you had to pursue this guy, and then you had to like beat the fuck out of him.
Is there multiple outcomes or something like that?
The demo didn't. I don't know in the game. I don't think so. Like normally the Yakuza team does like linear stories, but I really like what I saw so far. I'm really interested, and I was missing Yakuza because it was like, the adventure of Kazuma Kiryu like ended, and the new character they're gonna have in Yakuza, the Shin Yakuza, Ichiban Kazuka. I don't really care all that much for this design. It looks like a weirdo, like a real weirdo. So I'm actually happy that they gave me like a Vice Kiryu. And it's fine because and you can also disguise yourself. Looks like in the game. It's not in the demo. At the beginning of the demo, this guy is dressed like a homeless person, and it just it gets provoked by some chimpira, some like young yakuza, and and he drops his disguise. Actually, he beats them. He beats the crap out of them, and then he drops this guy, and he's like this cool guy. It's really fun, and it's also very famous actors playing the roles in of the characters in this game. So it looks really good. I'm really interested. Looks like you're gonna have to buy a PS4 though, because this is not gonna come for Switch. That's for sure.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
So it's been announced for the West. It's coming in the West in 2019, and it's basically the first time in which a Yakuza game, or Yakuza between obligatory quotation marks, is announced at the same time in Japan and in the West. Even if it's not coming at the same time, because in Japan it's gonna come out in December. Yakuza games like traditionally come out in just before Christmas, and they're set just before Christmas, and this is set just before Christmas as well.
Yeah, it shows the Kiwami and Zero were huge successes in the West because now they're considering Western release immediately. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah. I really love that. Looks like we're not gonna. I still remember, and I'm sure you do as well, because you played. Did you play them in PS3, like the old Yakuza games?
I actually never played it.
Okay. You need to. But until Zero, basically, we used to take like literally a year and a half between a release in the West and in Japan and one in the West. Like they improved so much, and that's great. Next, Left Alive. Finally, a new trailer after literally a year that we didn't see any footage. Well, you guys didn't see any footage because I did see. I actually saw actual gameplay which they didn't. I saw it at Gamescom, but it was behind closed door, and they didn't show it just yet. I hope by Tokyo Game Show they're gonna show it, but the trailer was great, I believe.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah,
and like it really shows that the character design is by Yoji Shinkawa, which for those that know him is the same guy that did the character design for Metal Gear Solid. Like it really shows, like especially the lady, she screams Yoji Shinkawa lady.
Yeah, her hair is really recognizable.
I really liked it, and it has robots in it, and I'm like, yeah. Well, it's a front mission game without the front mission name, so. Yeah. And actually, there are a lot of information on the site because I basically poured on it all they told me at Gamescom behind closed door, and I actually had an hour with the director Toshifubi Nabeshima and with legendary producer Shinji Hashimoto, which is the Square Enix senior troll. Oh well, the Final Fantasy VII thing, and it was.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
will be legendary forever. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. So this one got a release date for Japan, which is in February 28th, but it's only 2019 still in the West. Oh, I hope it doesn't come too much later, to be honest. It's a very promising game. It's a very promising game. So, next one, we got Ace Combat 7. It was just a trailer for VR. It was very good, but didn't show much in terms of story or anything. Then, this was a surprise for many. And we got Lover, which is the next by Kadokawa game. And it's the next game by Ichiro Sugiyama, which is the producer of Kimki's Photocanon Rikolov, which is and on top of that, the character design is by Minoboshi Taro, or Minotaro as it's called, which is the character design of the Love Plus franchise, or even Root Letter by Kadokawa Games still,
and God Wars too.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah, I really like his style.
Yeah, I really like the style, and it looks really cool. And then it's a half romance, half like photography game. You can actually move your camera with the DualShock 4 motion controls. So it's actually interesting, and I hope it comes west. It's Kadokawa Games. Kadokawa Games normally pretty much always manages to bring their game west. But the card design looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, they all look really cute, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Minotaro knows how to do it. It really does. I actually really like the Love Plus franchise back in time. It was one of my favorite love simulations, especially for the card design. Just because it was, I like those soft lines and so I'm really happy, and I'm really looking forward to hear more about it from Kadokawa Games. We have a very good relationship with Kadokawa Games, so probably gonna try and extract some more information about it soon. Then it was a pretty interesting surprise, or actually not surprise, a new trailer for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which I didn't expect because they just had another one at Tokyo Game Show. At Gamescom. And that one was pretty interesting. I played it at Gamescom, and it's really ruthless. People really insulted me on YouTube for my main gameplay that apparently was subpar. I was tired.
I'm sure they wouldn't do any better.
I was very tired. I was 3 hours asleep. Oh boy. But yeah, that's a promising game.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you like the Soul series?
Looks. Not that much. I like it. How to say it? I like it from. I appreciate it because I like Miyazaki, and I know he does good games, but it's not my kind of games.
Gotcha. Then we got a new trailer and a Japanese release date for God Eater 3, which is a really interesting game as well. It looks like a new direction for God Eater. There was some new characters in the trailer, and it's gonna come out on December 13th in Japan, which I believe is pretty much the same day or almost as Yakuza, as Project Judge, and it's and by the way, it's not coming in 2018 in the West. It's gonna come in early 2019. So that's also news from this morning. It wasn't announced in the live stream, but just afterwards. That's interesting.
I'm a bit surprised it's releasing this soon, because I used to think they would release Code Vein first, but this got pushed back, and now they're releasing the God Eater 3 first.
But you know why I think it is? Because they know that God Eater is probably more promising. So they really want to polish it until it shines, so that they have a strong new franchise. Because God Eater 3, they know it's gonna do decent in the West, but they know it's also not gonna do like extremely well. It's not gonna sell millions, you know. But while God Eater, new franchise, has a potential. They had a lot of good feedback from the various shows, positive, and it's kind of Souls-like as well, which is popular. So And so I'm expecting them to be very careful with that one, and that's I think why they delayed it. Then we got your first article. So we got the Project Prelude Rune by the studio Istolia, but the new studio by from Square Enix.
Hideo Baba.
Yeah,
Hideo Baba. Yeah,
it's led by Hideo Baba, which basically was the producer 90% of the Tales games until Zestiria, pretty much. After the Zestiria, he left. And
exactly.
So what do you think of this one? We didn't see much.
Yeah, we didn't see much, but it's really promising. Well, I'm a fan of JRPG, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I like the graphics. They look very nice.
Yeah, the fantasy universe looks really beautiful too. So
it looks like Valkyria Chronicles.
I mean, a little bit. Yeah, just some blue.
It has a watercolor filter, I believe, to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So that's definitely interesting for me that they kind of decided to use a similar approach. This looks like a action JRPG, probably. They didn't say it, right? If it's action.
Yeah, they didn't size it, but it probably is action. Yeah.
I believe so, because it's like it has to have some Tales pedigree, right?
Yeah.
But we really didn't see much.
And I also really like the designs, cover design of the characters they showed.
Oh yeah.
I like his armor.
Sorry?
I like his armor.
Oh yeah. Actually, the character design kinda looked. I don't know if they confirmed it. I didn't notice, but it kinda looks to me Akihiko Yoshida. I may be wrong, but it kinda looks like him.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, me too, but I will have to research this, because to me it kind of looks like Akihiko Yoshida. Akihiko Yoshida is one of my favorite character designers. Like
yeah, me too. Yeah.
So if it's him, well, you know what? this is gonna like shoot to the top of one of my most anticipated games. Well, it already is, to be honest, but of course we haven't seen much, so we have to wait a little bit before being like super excited about it. I'm excited, but you know,
same here.
We'll see. I believe this was. Oh, we also got a. This is not Japanese, but Monkey King Hero is back. Well, yeah, it's Japanese. It's kind of Chinese, but it's actually developed by Extra Drive, which is a Japanese studio from Tokyo.
Yeah,
and that's interesting. Kind of look like Knack with the monkeys.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen much gameplay yet, but we'll see. I'm interested, but you know, we'll see. Then we got some more news that came like in the tail of the show, but like separate. What did we get? We got
Gungrave.
Oh yeah, Gungrave, yes. A brand new Gungrave, which is interesting. which is interesting because our article about it has not been published. That's why I was forgetting it. Why is it not published? Okay. After this, I'm going to have to go publish it. Oh, there it is. Gamergate Gore. It was just later. So, yeah, that's another interesting one.
Yeah.
Did not expect it at all.
I think I expected something because I thought they had a new game in mind when doing the remake, the VR remake of the original game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't see much, of course. It was just basically cinematic. And it's a long way off, winter 2019. Yeah. So yeah, but it's interesting. Like I always liked the visuals of like the visual style of Gangrave. So interested.
Yeah.
We also got a couple of news outside that it's worth mentioning. So there is this studio that is being announced, Tokyo Games. Tokyo Games. I don't know how you pronounce it. Tokyo. Yeah. Which is interesting, right? Because they say it's created by a famous developer. And at the beginning, I thought it was absolutely for sure Yoko Taro. And they had an introduction by Yosuke Saito from Square Enix, who is not involved, but just introducing this, basically being a testimonial. And then Suda51. And then there was another by Yoko Taro himself, saying that he's very good at sex, by the way. Which is very Yoko Taro, I guess.
Yeah.
Personally, do you have a theory on who this developer is?
Not really.
Personally?
I have no idea now.
Personally, I think it's Yoko Taro, and the video with Yoko Taro was just misdirection.
Yeah, that would definitely be a style, to
think
give us a red
this,
earring like that.
Yoko Taro's video say that this person, which is the developer, told him that he was, when he's drunk, is very good at sex. And this is totally in Yoko Taro's style to tell to himself.
Yeah. That's this kind of trolling, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow, because tomorrow is the big reveal. So we'll see. But let's say 70%, I think it's Yoko Taro. And if it's Yoko Taro opening his own studio, oh boy, that's big.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else, a famous developer that's friends with Yosuke Saito and Suda51. I have no idea what it could be. So yeah, I'm interested and little bit weirded out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is gonna be the big reveal. So.
Actually, Kojima is friends with Suda Goichi.
Yes, but Kojima has already had his own studio. I don't think it's gonna open a second studio. That would be weird. Then there was another news. I was a D3 publisher. Saturday they teased that they have 2 new games to announce at Tokyo Game Show besides the 2 Are Different Force games. And one seems really to be a new Omega Labyrinth game, which is funny because the Western release of Omega Labyrinth Z was just cancelled. Looks like they didn't care that much.
Yeah. Well, they probably expected it in the first place. So,
they're gonna just, if they're smart, they're just gonna release it in Asia in English, like they did with.
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah.
With Ballet Girls Fantasia. I think that's what should do. But I'm interested. I'm interested to know what the second game is. Probably gonna be another pervy game, because we know that for D3 publisher, the only non-pervy game franchise they have is EDF.
Yeah.
And they already have 2 EDF games.
Yeah.
So I doubt they're gonna have another one. I'm fine with pervy games, so that's all good. The more the better. Let's see. Were there any other interesting Japanese news this week? Oh, there was a stealth release, pretty much, of A Song of Memories on Steam. Hunger Memory is a really nice visual novel. It was just released on Steam before, but in Japanese and Chinese, and now they released in English and in French, so you can play it. And
yeah, I could play it in English or
in Japanese as well. Playing visual novel in Japanese, even if you understand Japanese, is heavy. Like, it's really not fun. There is too many words that I don't know.
Yeah, it's for my case. It depends if it's fully voiced or not.
Yeah, because voice
if
is easier,
voiced,
right?
Yeah, it's way easier to get. Yeah,
absolutely. So now on Steam, it's in English, and we know it's gonna come on Switch and PS4 also later this year. So console gamers can get it. So that's the woes. There is going to be a new seasonal event in Monster Hunter World, the Monster Hunter that Switch doesn't have. It's gonna start on September 21st. It's gonna be the autumn event. Let's see. Then we have. I should have prepared a list. I didn't think I would have gone like back in time because there was a lot of news today. But yeah, there wasn't much really.
There was a release date of Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Was it we have a release date in January next year?
Yeah.
At last, Tales of Vesperia is actually one of my favorite tales. If not my favorite. So I'm gonna be very, very happy it's gonna come. And it's gonna come for all platforms, so everyone basically is gonna be able to play it. January 11th?
I think that's right, yeah. January 11th.
And it's I'm really interested. We haven't seen much in terms of gameplay because I really want to see a little more of how it looks, but it seems that from what we saw it looks good. So but looks are not that important for this kind of game. Eye candy is nice sometimes.
Story and gameplay is the most important.
Absolutely, but I think having some eye candy is not bad too. And I mean, those kind of games are pretty easy to make it look better. Cell shaded games are not that hard to make it look a lot better. Let's see what else. We got the release of Dragon Quest XI, which is fantastic and people should play it. You're still waiting, I guess. Since the release date for the release for Switch, we actually don't know what the hell it looks like. They haven't shown a single screenshot of that. Are you gonna play it when it comes out?
Me too. I think I'll get the Switch version, but it would be great if they include the 3DS version in the Switch version. I doubt it's
gonna happen. But I seriously doubt it because it's so different that they would have to literally do the localization twice.
Yeah.
I actually played the 3DS version in Japanese, and the game is really too different. And they would have to do a ton of work, and I don't believe it's worth it for them.
Yeah.
Economically.
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
And they announced a Record of Drunkest War game for mobile. Like they announced the PS4 one. They announced the mobile one. Damn them. Really? Really, Bandai Namco? Really? Is that what you want to do?
The worst thing is that it probably closed down in a few months because I'm not sure many people will play it.
Bandai Namco's mobile game closed down so fast.
Yeah.
In the West especially. Then we have some new screenshot for The World Ends With You Final Remix. I bet you're going to be all over it when it comes out.
Yeah, well, I played the original DS and I liked it, so yeah.
Definitely. Let's see what else. I wonder if Persona Q2 is going to come to the West. Do you still have a 3DS?
No.
Did you never throw it away?
No, I never had one.
Really? What kind of a Nintendo fanboy are you?
Well, I have a reason for that because it was region locked, so I decided to not get it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Region lock suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually
Those games I
wondering.
wanted to play were in Japanese, so I thought it wasn't worth it.
I actually really like Persona Q, the original one.
Yeah.
So I'm actually wondering if they're gonna bring it to the West because it's gonna come. Like, they're actually bringing Etrian Odyssey X. So I'm actually thinking they may. They announced nothing so far. Also, they announced the release date for the original Valkyria Chronicles on the Switch. You gonna get that one?
Yeah, it's in October 10th or something, I think.
Yeah. 20 something, I believe. Just after the release of 4. I'm actually very excited for all the people that didn't have a PS3 or a PC that they're not able they're now able to get it and play it because that game is probably my favorite JRPGs in the past 2 generations.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine is Persona 5.
I like Valkyria Chronicles more, but irrationally, I mean, quality-wise, Persona 5 is better. But like the story hit me in a emotional way for Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah,
and,
I'm the same with Persona 5. It really touched me, so that's why I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Persona 5 did too. It's October 16th, by the way. So yeah. And by the way, there is also another Sega news, a demo for Fest of the North Star or Lost Paradise, which is Yakuza Okuto no Ken, basically.
Yeah.
The demo is great. You should really try it.
Yeah.
And the game is also great. So I'm really looking forward to that one because I love Fest of the North Star. Well, you're in France, so you probably saw the anime as well.
Yeah, I saw the anime when I was a kid, and I watched it again because the French dub is joke dub, so it doesn't really represent the real story. Let's say that.
Yeah, because in Europe, Fist of the North Star is super popular. In Italy as well was there when I was a kid as well. So it's one of the series. Maybe it's not very popular in the US because I don't think it was ever aired on TV. There.
Yeah. There's a lot of anime that aired in Europe, in France and Italy especially, but that never aired in USA. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, we had a time when we were kids in which the TV was like full of anime, literally. There was like all the Reiji Matsumoto anime, like Captain Harlock, which you guys call Albator. I don't know why.
Exactly, yeah. Well, name changes often.
Yamato, Ginga Tetsuto Surinan, all those, and then all the shoujo anime, like Versailles Nobara, Sailor Moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those I really devoured, and Senseiya was my favorite.
Senseiya, of course, yeah.
And after these trip down the memory lane, I think we kind of knock out this episode. So I would like to welcome you again to the team at DualShockers.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you're gonna do big things because you're a weeb and weebs are cool.
Yeah, I hope I'll be a real asset for you and everything will go well, yeah.
So guys, you that are our most faithful readers that listen to our webcast, please support Iyane because he's a webcast. And I think that we're done for today. So thank you for listening, everyone. If you like the episode, please leave a thumb up on YouTube or anywhere you're actually listening it that has the possibility to leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a thumb down, maybe a comment. Tell us why you didn't like it. Tell us what you would like to see in the next episode. I'm leaving for Tokyo Game Show on Thursday, and I'm gonna stay there until the beginning of October 4th. So there is going to be a crap ton of Japanese coverage, more than usual, on DualShockers. So you guys stay tuned, and the next episode is going to be directly from my hotel room in Japan, and so it's gonna be very special. Just before Tokyo Game Show, because Tokyo Game Show is the week after, and there is going to be a ton of cool stuff. Let me tell you, there is going to be you haven't seen everything for Tokyo Game Show just yet.
I'm hoping for Sakura Taisen 1 and 2 port on Switch. Well, it's possible. It's possible because they're releasing the new one, so they want people to get to know the series.
I'm actually hoping to actually see something of the new one. That's what I'm hoping. I've already played the old ones.
Yeah.
And honestly, if a 1 and 2 port is like the
PSP version, for example.
No, if it's like a Shenmue port, they can keep it.
Yeah.
I love Shenmue, but those ports were really like cheap ports that did not do justice to Shenmue. Honestly, they should have known that. I mean, I love Shenmue 1 and 2, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
But
I still have my Dreamcast copies of the game.
Me too, and I Dreamcast and Xbox. But honestly, for me, it was okay because I don't care much about graphics and all. But those people that come in excited because they know about Shenmue 3 and never played the original, young people that see those graphics, I think they kind of burned it for them.
Yeah.
And that's
they'll run away.
That's kind of sad. I mean, they deserved a little bit more. I'm not talking about the Yakuza Kiwami 2 remake style, because that would be costly and all, but a little bit more. I mean,
I get what you mean, yeah.
Anyway, we are digressing, so we're done for today. Thank you very much for listening. Leave comments, subscribe to our channel, do everything you can to support us, and I'll see you in Tokyo. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.